Hi. To increase your balance right now by 200 or 300%, you need to focus on the quality of trades and not the quantity of trades. This is my main secret, thanks to which I have been earning for 5 years. I will show you a clear example of a strategy where everything is taken into account so that you don't make a crappy trade and lose money. So I switched to the TradingView platform. This is the largest chart analysis platform with a huge number of trades using it. Here you will need to either register or log in to your account. If you are using this terminal for the first time, it is quite possible that the currency pairs we need will not be added. And to add them, you click to the section with a plus in the upper right corner. You should select the Forex section, and our task is to add those currency pairs that have a code provider FXCM. Signals, copy trading, community trading. There are a huge number of tools to start earning. Which one will you choose? Follow the link from the description and I will personally help you to decide. So now let's add an indicator with the help of which we will trade. Go to the indicator section and write the name of the indicator and add an indicator with the name Mshwing Homa from this author. Click on it. So our chart has been transformed thanks to this oscillator that we were able to add. Now let's see how we will trade using this indicator. So this indicator represents a certain range within which the price moves. This indicator has two entry points. The first entry point is associated with the center line, which is clearly marked. This level is the main level. If the price is above this level, we have an uptrend. If the price is below this level, we have a downtrend. Our task is to look at the crossover between the level and our moving average. If the price goes below this level, we open it trade down. And if the price goes above this level, we open a trade on the upside. The second variant of the entry points is the crossing between other lines. The point is that on this indicator we have two moving averages, a faster and a slower one. The faster one is marked with a color, the slower one is more transparent. So if we see that the faster line crosses the slower one from the top to bottom, it is a good signal to open a position on the downside. If we see the opposite, we have a crossover where a faster line crosses a slower line from the bottom up. Then this is a good signal to open the trade on the upside. Well, now let's move on to trading. So I found a good situation to work out. Let's see what we see if this situation, in this situation, first of all, our indicator, I see that the price has come to our central line on our indicator. So the price has broken this line from the bottom upwards, which indicates to me the upward movement. As a confirming factor on the chart, I can note the breakdown of this local support level. In addition, after the price broke through this level, it returned to this value. And this phenomenon is called level retest. It is also indicates to us the continuation of the upward movement. And also above I see certain resistance levels to which the price is likely to strike. So I opened the desired currency pair and immediately opened a trade on the upside. I used $50 for the trade. In case this trade closes in plus, I will earn a net of 82% or $41. So we sit back and wait for the result. Also while we are waiting for the trade to close, you have probably already noticed that I also use confirming factors to open positions. I also recommend you to look for confirmation because they increase the win rate of your trades. Confirmation factors can be various levels or candlestick patterns. So the trade closed in plus, but that's not all. I take and open the trade again, and all this for the reason that I did not see any impulse movement to the upside. At the same time, during the formation of the last candle, I saw that this candle has a big shadow at the bottom and a small body at the top. The large shadow at the bottom indicates that the seller tried to go lower, but the buyer bought back this move in his favor, indicating that there is a big buyer in this area that will push the price higher. So the upward movement that we have in the end happened, unfortunately. I entered not very timely. Nevertheless, just look how this movement we have and continues. I believe that the situation is fully worked out. As you can see, just with one trade, I was able to take 2 losses at once. So excellent result. So let's move on. I found another very interesting situation, and it is frankly very similar to the previous one. Let's see what we see here. Once again, I saw that the price broke through the central level from the bottom upwards, which indicates that the trend is changing from downward to upward. If we look at the chart, first of all, we can see the breakdown of the nearest local resistance levels. Breaking through the resistance level always tells us that, about the continuation of the upward movement. As confirming factors, I can note that the buyer gave out very good moves in his favor, which indicates to me his dominance. In addition, I see this resistance level at the top, which is likely to be broken. So I open the desired currency pair. I will wait for the last candle to close to open as best as possible. So the trade is open. I also use $50 for the trade. By the way, while I was waiting for the right moment to enter the trade, the level was already broken. As you can see, the chart went immediately in the same direction, which I assumed. Just look at the confident movement we have had. I believe that this situation is also perfectly worked out. I waited for the price to break through this level. I successfully opened a trade and successfully closed it. So let's move on. So the currency pair out GPY here, we also have an interesting situation to work out. Once again, let's see what we see on the chart. In this situation again, I see a breakdown of the central level on our indicator from the bottom up. In addition, with this breakout, I saw a crossover between the slower and faster moving average, which also indicates a continuation of the upward movement. So if we look at the candlesticks, we can see that the buyer has been producing very good momentum candlesticks in its favor, which confirms its dominance at the moment. In addition to that, I see a certain resistance level at the top that the price is likely to aim for. I expect the price to break this level. But now let's go to the broker and open a trade. So I open the desired currency pair. I will use $50 for the trade. Everything has not changed here. So I'm waiting for the last candle to open. To open the trade as soon as possible. So the trade is open. So let's wait for the trade to close. Lastly, let's go over the order of actions to enter a trade. First, you must find a crossover between the lines on the indicator, either with the center level of the slower moving average. After that, you should start looking for confirming factors in the form of levels or candlestick patterns. And after all of this, you can safely open the trade while respecting your risk management. So the trade was closed, plus we did not have a big upward movement. Nevertheless, I was able to catch some momentum. At this point, let's summarize the results. As you can see, I was able to increase my balance more than 2.5 times without any stress. And absolutely every one of you could increase your balance in the same way if you trade with me right now using the signals from my Telegram channel. Well, this concludes this video. Thank you all very much for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.